Okay, so every angler longs for the opportunity to fish that dream lake. Well, today I'm with my good friend Tim Rogers and the lady that makes me look good, Andrea Pallavicini from Columbia Sportswear, and we're doing just that. We're fishing Dream Lake Lodge in Livingston, Alabama. I'll tell you what, we got monster bass blowing up right off the bank behind us. We're gonna drag these kayaks in the water and go try to catch everybody's fish of a lifetime. And it's actually gonna be Andrea's first bass ever. First trip to Alabama, you can't start off better than this. Fish on. Oh yeah. It's a good one. On the board, baby. Nice little fatty to start the day. On the jig. There you go. First cast, first fish from a kayak, first bass ever. Hey, it's not the monster we're looking for. Get that guy back in the water and let's go get a pig. Good job. Thanks. Oh yeah. Fish feed. Fish feed. These fish are well hydrated. That's a pretty impressive. Fish is going. You go, buddy. It's almost like a squirt gun. Come on. Seriously? This is getting a little ridiculous. What? Now you see pooping too? That doesn't make any sense for your pee hole to be behind your poop hole. Are you getting that? Little fish doo-doo. So when you open your mouth where you're swimming, you get a little of that action. Little fish turd. He's growing a greenish brown tail right now, right before your eyes. It's almost like a chia pet. I wonder what he's here. Let's see what he's been eating. Let's get him back in the water. Shad. I think it's shad. Definitely shad. I should switch to a creature bait, to a shad pattern.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more kayak bass fishing action. Welcome back to Wilderness Systems Kayak Bassin. This week, Chad Hoover's at Dream Lake Lodge in west central Alabama, known as one of the top trophy bass lakes in the nation. He's joined by Tim Rogers of Memphis, Tennessee, who grew up in the area, hearing stories of big Dream Lake bass.
When I was a kid, we used to hunt a place called Shady Grove over on the Tombigbee River, and we used to drive into town to get food. And there was a gate over there, and my dad would always say, "So you see that gate right there? A lot of big fish behind that gate." And I always knew Dream Lake was here and was a great place to fish, but this is actually the first time I've ever fished it. So, you know, kind of a childhood dream. You know, finally, I'm 40 years old and I finally get to come out here for a couple of days. So, pretty happy about it.
When Tim heard me doing my last segment on fishing tight to cover, I don't think he understood that I didn't mean actually set the hook in the tree itself.
Seriously? Seriously? I think fishing next to Chad's kind of been a jinx. Like we're close to each other, and it hadn't been working out, so I might just have to go the opposite direction. I mean, I've seen him on his A game. I'd say this is his M game. But you know, he's probably caught half as many fish as me, so that's good for him.
You know, one tendency we have as fishermen, especially bass fishermen, is to fish the stuff that we can see. And in a man-made lake like Dream Lake, and actually a lot of lakes around the country, the majority of them are man-made, there's a lot of cover placed on structure and a lot of cover just positioned around the lake that allows the fish to suspend or hang tight to that cover for security, for feeding, for ambushing, for whatever. So when you come to a place like this, don't just fish the stuff that you see sticking up above the surface, and also don't just depend on your electronics, because a lot of times using your electronics, you're already over what you're seeing. Make some long blind casts in gaps between cover that you can see, or anywhere there's a lot of submerged cover that's sticking up. Don't just fish the stuff that you see sticking up. Fish the stuff that's out here submerged under the surface that you can't see, because the odds are that's the place most people are overlooking.
Go. Those fish over there are just exploding on that bank that we fished yesterday afternoon.
You know what? That is fun. I don't care who you are. That's just fun. That little dude had a full breakfast. Look at that.
Dream Lake Lodge has been here since 1997, when the first lake was built. We actually have two lakes here. We're here at the lodge, and this is the second lake is here located at the lodge. Both lakes are set up for trophy bass fishing. Dream Lake 1 is approximately 50 acres, and Dream Lake 2 here is approximately about 40 acres. We pull out an average of about 400 8-pound plus bass or better a year. Our goal here at Dream Lake Lodge is to make sure people can come and get away and have a good time. We want people to get out here and relax, get away from the city life, get away from cars, traffic, work, and come down and have a great experience, eat some good food, get a lot of good sleep, and catch a lot of big bass.
There's just something awesome about coming to a place that you have to yourself. The rates here are unbelievably affordable, and you know, we've got our gear set out next to the truck. We drag the kayaks in the water. We get out here and fish all day. If we get hungry, we paddle up, drag the kayaks up on the bank, have a sandwich, relax, wait for the fish to turn back on. The lodge is spacious, it's comfortable, it's really cool. It's just a great place to come, get away from everything. You know, for whatever reason, I haven't actually figured out the formula for catching these big bass, but I can tell you that, oh, there's one. There are big explosions all down the shoreline. And I mean, they're like toilet flushes. They're big, monstrous blow-ups. So there's definitely some pigs in here. I just haven't figured the formula out. We're catching lots of quality fish, lots of action. You know, just sitting here talking about it and catching fish, it's amazing. So if you're looking for a great place to fish, bring the family, get away from it all, gotta give Dream Lake a try. He wanted to be on TV.
Welcome back to Wilderness Systems Kayak Bassin. This week, Chad Hoover's in Alabama at Dream Lake Lodge with his buddy Tim Rogers and Andrea Pallavicini from Columbia Sportswear, who's testing some of Columbia's new performance fishing gear.
We're down here in Alabama, and I wanted to talk to you about one of our new technologies. Columbia is all about innovation. We're here to keep you warm, dry, cool, and protected, but down here in the deep south, it is hot. And our latest technology, OmniFreeze Zero, is just perfect for that. OmniFreeze Zero is a cooling technology. We've embedded these little blue rings into a polyester fabric, And as you sweat, the rings react to your sweat and actually cool down the fabric so you can stay comfortable all day and catch that big one. We've featured this in our PFG line in all sorts of different pieces, from our neck gaiters to button-down shirts, technical tees, hats, and even in our footwear. In addition to OmniFreeze Zero being embedded in the fabric, all of our PFG, our performance fishing gear line, includes our OmniShade technology so you can be protected from the sun. If you want to learn more, go to Columbia.com/OmniFreeze0.
Look at her, fish on.
Oh, nice. Get him. All right, lady, what you got there?
Nice big fish.
Holy cow. Well, since you never caught a largemouth before this trip, I don't have to ask you if that's your biggest bass ever.
This is definitely, by far, my biggest bass ever.
That's a pretty good fish.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got some battle scars on the side, big old mouth. Nice. What do you think he weighs? Just
15
guess.
pounds.
15 pounds? Here,
I'm
let
kidding.
me take a gander at him. Solid 4, maybe 4.5, pushing 5. You hold it and it'll look a lot bigger, I can tell you that much right now.
It does.
You know, I'll be honest with you, when we first came out here, knowing the number of fish or expecting her to catch quite a few fish, I thought for sure she was gonna end up with these really abrased bass thumbs. The one thing that I hadn't taken into account is that Andrea has already got really callous thumbs because she's not a speed texter or a hyper texter. In fact, it looks like the Tasmanian devil of typing when her thumbs get going. And it's amazing that the computer's even processing the letters fast enough to keep up with her.
Chad, there's a lot of fish on this structure out here.
Dude, I saw a monster blow up right there where you're at.
Yeah, I decided to go ahead and get stuck right there to try to run him off.
It's a better fish. Get away from that. Get away from there. Get away from there.
Better watch where you jumping, girl. Better watch where you diving. You better watch for that water line or the water will turn red.
That feels a little better.
Don't you feel me in your heart? Yeah, don't you feel me in your heart? Darling, I can be there. Don't tell me that you don't care.
This is a big fish, dude. Dude, this is a big fish. Oh. Not as big as I thought, but it'll do. It's a good fish. Chunk, man, that thing pulled drag. Crazy.
It's a good fish, man.
There he is. Oh, nice. Did you see that? Holy crap. Yeah, buddy, come here. That was fun. That was fun. Man, this place has got so much cover that everywhere you cast, you have a chance to catch a freaking fish. It's unbelievable.
Yeehaw!
Welcome back to Wilderness Systems Kayak Bassin. This week, Chad's chasing trophy bass at Dream Lake Lodge in Alabama.
Here we go, here we go. You know what was funny? Is I'm sitting there saying, how's there not a bass on that log? And I was walking him off the log. He hit it when it fell. Well guys, welcome back. Little fatties over here. What I mean by over here is during the commercial break we actually pulled out of Dream Lake 2, which is where we've been fishing so far, and we're actually just now moving over to the actual Dream Lake. This place is gorgeous. Just looks like a big fish heaven. Something to fit him.
Hey, crankbait?
Crawfish. Here we go. Uh-oh. Nice. This is a better fish. Well, the fish are still feeding pretty good. Little fat belly starting to form on them. A lot of action on the lake. This is that magic hour, no matter when the feeding time is, that you always have a chance to hang a hog. So we're gonna slow down, focus, try to put a big fish in the boat, and try to use every drop of sunlight. Yep. You're swimming with it. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh. There is not a bass.
Ho! 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 Big, big, big fish! Where is he? Oh, he got me. Dadgummit. Dude, that fish was that big around.
Sunspots. You'll see that fish over and over again in your head.
Golly.
Although the guys didn't find the big girl on this trip, they had their chances, and Dream Lake showed why it's considered one of the best bass fishing lakes in the South. Stay tuned as next week Chad and Tim continue their Alabama adventure at Mossy Oak Properties, where they experience the fishing trip of a lifetime.
You know what? Whether you're new to kayak fishing or you're looking to give kayak fishing a try, visit Hook One at kayakfishinggear.com for the latest in kayak fishing accessories, kayaks, and you know what? If you don't see something that you like, give us a call and we'll make sure we add it. Wow, nice fish.